All right, everyone, we're working on the 60-inch log bed post, and what we've done so far in Conversational CAM Pro is we have turned it all around. At this point, we're ready to punch in the holes to accept the headboard and the slot for the runners. So let's go ahead and get that one put together. We're going to use a Spire for this. Let's go ahead and get it opened. And we're going to lay this out a little differently than most people would expect, so I want you to make sure that you pay attention to this portion of it. Our X is going to be the full 60 inches long, and our Y is going to be the diameter of the part, or 6.5 inches. Our Z is half the diameter, or 3.25 inches. Now, our Z0 is going to be machine bed. Our XY datum is going to be in the bottom corner, but we're going to click on this box right here, and this is where it's important. You're going to check this box right here, and in our Y, we're going to say, I want you to go negative 3.25. Now what that does is you notice that even though this is my 0, my XY 0, according to my datum, it actually pushes it up to 3.5 inches. Now that's going to get us in the dead center of our part, which is where we want our 0 to be. Let's go ahead and click on OK. All right, now that we've done all that, let's explain how that works. We're going to start with our circle, okay? And we know that it's 6.5 inches in diameter, so we're going to plop it right there. And then we just told it that we were making a part, okay, that was 6.5 by 3.25. Okay. And so what happened is that this part is this part right here. Okay. We're working on the top of our leg. If we were to look at this from the side view, it would look something like this. This would be 60 inches long, and it's going to come down and look like this. So now with this one in mind, the most important thing that we can do is we can make sure that we understand how this all comes together. So our 0, for instance, our first 0, we told it was on the bottom of our part, or right here. Now the bottom of this top half is the center of our circle. So already where the part is, already in your machine after you've turned around. The second 0 was right here, and then we pushed it halfway up, which is also in the center, which is where it is right now, sitting in your machine. So all we've done is we've extended this so that our 0 point is in the center of our turning. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, if you're one of Dave's students, talk to Dave. If not, give me a call. But this should help you understand why we're laying it out the way we are. Now, the next most important thing, of course, is we've got to put in, so there's our center line right down the center of our board. We've got to lay our circles out. So let's go ahead and lay out all of our circles. All right, according to what I've been told, these need to be 3-inch diameters, okay, and they need to be laid right down the center at a couple different spots. First one, we're going to grab our little guideline here, click and drag, and bring it out here until it hits 3 inches. And the second one, click and drag until it hits 27. All right, those are our first two parts we're going to build. I'm going to click on our Draw Circle tool up here, make our diameter 3. We're going to bring our cursor down here until it snaps on the location, and just put our 2 clicks of the mouse. Gives us 2 holes, perfectly centered every single time. Now on the other side, so working backwards from 60, we got to come back 12 inches. So we're going to drag this back to what would be from 60, we're looking at 48. Okay, there's our 48. And this one, this is for the piece on your bed that actually that holds the runners to it. And it's 4 inches long. So from here, we're going to right click on this. We're going to say relative to guide. We're just going to say -4 and create a new guide. That shows us exactly where it's going to fit. Now all we got to do is draw the piece up. So we're going to draw our rectangle. And we're going to be a little lazy here. We're just going to start up here in the top and snap it down here in the bottom. Obviously it's not that big. So we're going to click our anchor point in the middle and change this Y to 5/8 of an inch, or 0.625, and hit enter. Okay. Now it's perfectly centered right over the top, 5/8 of an inch wide, 4 inches long, 12 inches off the end, and it's 4 inches this direction. That's all the drawing we have to do. Now it's just a matter of building our tool paths. So from here, we're going to click on this little point right here. We're just going to make all of our guidelines go away, just so it's easier to select stuff. And then click here. That's going to put away our drawing tab and bring out our material setup tab and our toolpath tab. We're going to click on setup, make sure everything looks good. Z's on the bottom, machine bed, perfect. Okay. We have our using our offset of 3 1/4. That's perfect. Everything here looks good, so we're going to hit OK. Select our 2 circles. These are the deep ones. Go to pocketing toolpath, and we're going to cut this down 2 full inches, so cutting depth of 2. Now we're going to go ahead and select a new tool for this one because I want one that is going to be longer. It's going to have a 1 5/8 cut length on it. And you got to make sure that this tool is sticking at the end of your tool holder or the end of your spindle at least 2 inches. Be happier with 2 1/4. So if you need a longer cutter, go talk to Dave. Okay, here we are here. We're going to set our pass depth. I'm going to set my pass depth to 3/16. It can take a lot more than that, but once you're going down as far as 2 inches, I want to take smaller bites so that you don't have a bunch of vibration. Okay, I'm going to hit apply, select, and I'm going to get my old one out of here just by hitting remove. And here's him. We're going to go with a raster, or we can go with an offset. The difference in the offset is going to start in the middle and work its way out, and the raster is going to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Because it's a circle, I like to offset. Ramp our plunge move. Let's ramp that. Say, let's go like a 1/2 inch. That's plenty. Okay, and we're going to click on calculate. And you'll notice what happens here. You're going to see our toolpath right here as it works its way down. Okay. And let's watch what happens as we preview those. So it's slowly just going to machine out those 2 holes. All right, that's done. Second step is to pocket out this guy here. Now this one doesn't need to be very deep. It needs to be 3/16 of an inch. So we're going to select this one out. We're going to go to profile this time. We're going to go 3/16 of an inch, and we're going to use the same tool we've already been using. So we're going to click on select. There's no need to change the tool for this one. And we're just going to calculate this. And when we preview this one, let's make sure we're inside the line. We're going to preview this. It's going to pocket that down. You're going to have some radius corners here that you're going to need to clean out square so that the bracket fits in there. So use your chisel and a little hammer, get to work, square those corners off, and you're ready to go. All right, that's it for this portion of the bed.